All right, let's talk about kimchi. We're going to open the lid on one of the world's most incredible foods. But look, this isn't just a cooking show. This is about the story of a nation, of a community, and a tradition that gets packed into every single one of these jars. Let's get into it.
So how does that happen? You see it all over the world with different foods. But with kimchi, the answer is so much deeper than just flavor or a list of ingredients. It is literally woven into the fabric of Korean culture.
And this is really the whole secret. It's not just about the cabbage or the chili flakes. It's the act of making it together and sharing it that gives kimchi its incredible meaning.
So to really understand kimchi, we have to start with the tradition that truly makes it a cultural cornerstone. We have to talk about kimjang.
So what is kimjang? Well, it's this annual event, usually in the late fall, where whole families, even entire neighborhoods, get together to make these huge amounts of kimchi to last through the winter. It's like a festival, a school, and a social safety net all rolled into one incredible tradition.
And this is so important that back in 2013, it got recognized on the biggest stage in the world.
Yeah, that's right. UNESCO recognized kimjang as an essential piece of human culture, which just goes to show you, kimchi is as much about preserving a community as it is about preserving cabbage.
But here's a twist for you. The bright red, spicy kimchi that we all picture in our minds, it actually has a surprisingly recent history.
So get this, for hundreds and hundreds of years, kimchi wasn't spicy or red at all. The chili pepper, which originally came from the Americas, doesn't even get mentioned in Korean texts until 1614, and it took another couple of centuries before it really became the main ingredient that we know today.
The difference is just wild to think about. Early kimchi was a salted, fermented vegetable, sure, but the flavor was totally different. When chili peppers came along, it didn't just add heat, it changed everything. The taste, the color, even the science of how it was preserved.
Okay, so we've gone from ancient roots to a modern spicy makeover, but kimchi's journey doesn't stop at the Earth's atmosphere. Seriously, this next part is literally out of this world.
It sounds like a fun little trivia question, right? But for Korean scientists, it was a huge challenge. I mean, how do you take this pungent, fermented food that is literally alive with bacteria into a totally sterile, controlled place like the International Space Station?
Well, you know what? Of course they found a way. They developed what they called space kimchi, a special version processed to be totally safe and stable for spaceflight.
So, in 2008, when Yi So-yeon became the first Korean person to go to space, she didn't go alone. She brought space kimchi with her. And this wasn't just about having a taste of home. It became this huge point of national pride, a symbol of Korean innovation and cultural identity, not just on a global stage, but an interplanetary one.
So, we've been to space, but let's bring it all back down to Earth. Because for all its high-tech versions, the real heart of kimchi is in the home kitchen. And there's no dish more beloved than simple, sizzling kimchi fried rice.
And here's the real secret, the thing every home cook knows. You don't use the fresh stuff. Nope. You want the older kimchi, the stuff that's been sitting in the back of your fridge getting extra sour. That deeper fermentation gives it this rich, complex flavor that just sings when you cook it.
And the best part is how versatile it is. The heart of it is just rice and kimchi, right? But you can add anything, spam, bacon, tuna, whatever you've got. Oh, and that little splash of kimchi juice, that is the pro move. It coats every single grain of rice and just makes the whole thing pop. The whole process is this beautiful lesson in building flavor. You start by rendering your protein, then you get the kimchi all toasty and aromatic before the rice even hits the pan. It's a dish that was born out of being practical, using leftovers, but it's been perfected for maximum deliciousness. So you see, right, from a massive communal tradition to a space-age food to a quick weeknight dinner, kimchi is clearly not some relic of the past. It is a living, breathing part of modern culture.
And maybe the best proof of that is seeing it embraced by a whole new generation of global icons.
I mean, when a global superstar like Rosé from BLACKPINK shows millions of her fans that her favorite comfort food is kimchi fried rice, that sends such a powerful message. It says, this isn't just your grandmother's food, it's cool, it's current, and it's a huge part of modern identity. Which kind of brings us full circle. Kimchi tells this amazing story of community, of history, of innovation. And it makes you wonder, doesn't it? What dish tells a story of your culture? What food for you is more than just food? It's definitely something to chew on. Thanks for tuning in.